shout out my homie JR. Dopest natives alive, baby. Let's go.
Dopest natives alive. Dopest natives alive.
Gave me chills.
The dopest natives alive, Northside Bay. Boom.
Ingenuity. That's how I'm gonna play my intro music. And you're back in the building with Rich Unk, dopest natives alive, and I got a special guest in the house today. You may know him, you may follow him, and you may miss him because you haven't seen him for a minute, but he was a big actor back. A few years ago, he had a big show out called Twilight New Moon, and he was one of the wolves, so let's howl at the moon. Woo! We got Bronson Pelletier in the house, everybody.
Hey, how's it going?
There we go. You see that, folks? I'm getting good at this shit. I can hit switches with my foot on the D-low. Bron, what's happening, brother?
Hitting switches, Uncle Riches.
How you been, bro, man? It's been a minute since I got to sit down and chop it up with you.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Been a while. I know yesterday we got to go for a little bit of a drive and reminisce and talk about some things, and we're grateful to have you here and chopping it up in the studio with us. And for the people, I know that it's been received. A lot of people were excited to see this. I'm not sure how active on social media you are, but yeah, a lot of people were like, damn, you got Bronson coming through right on, and sharing the video. And this was just an introduction, so I think the people are really looking forward to hearing from you and seeing what's been happening with you.
Well, yeah, it's been a while. I haven't been in the entertainment industry for quite some time now, so I've just been taking a bit of a hiatus, but I think I'm ready to get back into it.
Yeah, nice. So you're going to get back into it. So getting back to familiar territories, you're looking for some roles. I'm actually looking for somebody to play Rich Unk in my upcoming documentary. So maybe you can... No. Since we look just alike.
I do see some canny similarities.
Well, similarities is we are both have family and relations from Sicuz First Nation, Stony Creek.
My cuz, Sicuz.
Yeah, so that was a cool thing, to be able to have that connection, because I seen that you were registered in Scowlitz.
That is correct. Yeah, I am from the Scowlitz Nation.
Yeah, and I have some elders from, so shout out to Sonny Williams Jr., but his father, Johnny Williams Sr., was one of my mentors back in the day, so it's cool to also have that connection. Got a lot of respect for the people out there in the valley and right. How they helped me in my life.
Right on. It's important.
Yeah, special shout out to my Big House brothers.
And Joseph Chapman.
Yeah, from the valley.
Cuz...
Yeah. So you've been on a bit of a hiatus. You're looking to get back into work. What does it take for an actor who's been on hiatus to get back in? What does that look like?
Well, at this point in time, what it looks like for me personally, because I can't speak for everybody else's story, but I'm going to have to start auditioning again. I mean, I got an agent still, which is I'm still grateful for that. So I'm just going to have to start from the bottom again and start auditioning.
Yeah, so... Do you, I guess there is no fast tracking, pulling favors or anything like that happens in the industry?
I mean, there is and there isn't, but at this point in time, I just have to prove to them that I'm capable of doing it still, and then build some momentum, start getting a couple of roles, as in maybe some guest star roles, and then start building momentum from there, and then hopefully eventually a lead role in a new TV show or something else, who knows?
Yeah, so when you got to prove, what do you got to prove to them? That you got the consistency and commitment and the heart for it, or you still got the chops?
I mean, all the above, right? They want to see all of those things, and yeah, to be in this industry, it's called show business for a reason. So you kind of got to prove it to them that you still have all of those things.
Yeah.
You need personality, you need charisma, you need to prove to them that you're still capable of just doing the work.
Yeah.
And showing up. And showing up is pretty much most of the battle.
Yeah, I can imagine that. I mean, if you were an adult actor, that'd be a hard thing, because as soon as that light come on, they say, perform!
Dance, monkey! Dance! Yes!
So I guess there's got to be a level of ring rust when it comes to acting, possibly, too, getting over. Do you get nervous still?
It's been a while. I mean, the last time I worked was in Yaletown just before COVID, and I found it a bit nerve-wracking. But doing theater was a whole different animal, so it was a little different. Being on stage and in front of a live audience is a lot different than being in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Because you get to do retakes and okay, wait, I feel like I can do it better, so I'm going to try to do it in a different way. But in theater, you just kind of keep running with it. Show must go on.
Yeah, that must be a different skill set to ad lib and to do things live. And then when you forget your lines, to be able to carry it through regardless.
Yeah.
There got to be people who are really good at that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Have you ever seen Whose Line Is It Anyways? Those guys are comic geniuses, so...
Yeah. So I could see the difficulty in that or the skill set in that, like, for example, Rich Young. I don't script any of this shit. We just come in here, hit record, and we speak from the soul. We ask the grandfathers to bless us and guide us in a good way so we can talk about some cool things that we think you guys want to hear. For those that are watching that aren't as familiar or may have forgotten Bronson Pelletier, which might be a hard thing to do, what are some of the projects you worked? I know that you started back in like 2008 or something, or earlier.
I think it was a bit earlier. When I first started, I remember I was doing a TV show called Art Zone.
Okay,
It was the first show that I ever did, and it was... I really loved doing that show. It was like I was making arts and crafts. I still remember the lines.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
You want to hear them?
Let's hear the line.
All right. I'm Bronson Pelletier. Thank you for joining me here in the Art Zone. Today we're going to make arts and crafts out of recycled materials found around the house. Join me. Something along those lines.
Yeah. Right on. And then, so from Art Zone, you moved on to, Renegade Press or something?
That is correct. I started Renegade Press. I played a character, Jack Sinclair, for 5 seasons.
Yeah. And what was Jack Sinclair's, like, what was his character?
Oh, wow.
Was it like similar to who you were as a person, or somebody you had to get into?
I mean, there was definitely some parallels there. I mean, he was a purist, and I remember when I was young, I was very innocent, and so there was a lot of similes there. I still got into a little bit of trouble when I was young, as, youth do.
Yep.
But his character, he was this do-gooder, and he ran this website, this teen zine website, and he was tackling a lot of things that kids were going through, youth were going through, and Aboriginal youth were going through. And
wow.
So he was like setting just a good example for the other youth that was there, and just tackling a lot of different things, and somebody that I would admire, actually.
Yeah.
Good character.
Yeah. Sounds like my boy Sage should have watched that show, because he needs
Watch
some
the show,
guidance.
Sage.
He's a teenager. You've known my son since he was a little guy, and
Yeah.
you seen him the other day. He's a strapping young man now.
Yeah, it was quite mind-blowing, actually.
Yeah, chomping at the bit to become a young man, but still hasn't got it all together yet. It's a big world out there. It's a tough world out there. It can definitely eat you up just as much as like Hollywood could do the same. In your travels, you've probably rubbed shoulders with a lot of industry professionals. A lot of our Indigenous aspiring actors are people who dream about Hollywood one day, maybe tuned in and watching. Probably like to know, like, man, well, how did that feel when you first stepped into Hollywood, and who was the first big actor you met?
Oh, well, it's it was very surreal. And I remember I was filming this show called Dino Sapien, and it was right after, actually, I was filming it at the same time I was filming Renegade Press, and I played a character named Kit Whitefeather.
Yeah.
It was a show that was filmed out of Calgary, the same lot and same studios as North of 60. And they were also, Samuel Jackson was filming Resurrecting the Champ right next to us. And I had the pleasure of actually meeting Samuel Jackson. It was the first famous person I ever met. And I went to go meet him at I think it was 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And he was filming this. He was like, this is one of the most important scenes of the whole movie, because I came over there to watch them, obviously, film. And he's like, I want you to watch this. And he's like, first off, what are you doing out here so late? Because I think I was like 18 or something, or 17, 18. And I was like, well, I'm here to see you, sir. And he was like, okay. And I had this little fanboy kind of nerd moment where I said, because I was super nervous. I'm not going to lie. I was incredibly nervous. He's a very tall man. He has a very big presence.
Yeah.
And first, I kind of piped up. I was like, you know, can you say a line from Pulp Fiction? And then right away, I immediately regretted it.
Yeah.
Like almost immediately regretted it. And I looked up at him, and he looks down at me, and he looked angry, as you know, he has that look sometimes.
Yeah.
And he's like, he looks down at me, and he's like, say what again, motherfucker? And then he does the whole little spiel that he did, and I was like, yes. I was pretty pumped up, and yeah, it was. He did an amazing scene where he ended up. Well, the movie's old now, so I can say it. It's public domain. He ended up passing away in this scene, but it was an amazing. He did an amazing, phenomenal job. But I just remember like being like, wow, like I'm in the right industry. Like this is what it's all about.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Like, when you were telling me that story, I was thinking that's probably what he really said in real life. Is, what you doing out here this late, you little motherfucker?
Pretty much. And I was like, oh, I'm here to see you, sir.
Yeah. So that was your first journey, or the first guy that you met. I know that in our stories, you've shared that you befriended Jason Momoa.
Oh, yeah.
How did that come about?
Yeah, I don't know if I should. You know what? I'm going to tell the story anyways. This is like
Exclusive. No.
Actually, we first met. This is back when I was still drinking. Yeah. And I remember the very first moment I ever met him. I believe it was either New Zealand or Australia. And he had this group of, we were at this fan expo. This is long before he even did Aquaman yet. He was still doing, I want to say Battlestar Galactica or Stargate Atlantis.
Okay.
And so he's still very, very reputable, big name at this point because he came from Baywatch. And I remember all of a sudden this big giant walks in, and he has this group of girls around him, and they're fans, of course. And I was doing the same thing off in the corner, and I also had a group of people surrounding me. And this guy walks in, and I'm double fisting 2 beers. Like I said, this is back when I was drinking. And he walks in, and he's double fisting 2 beers. And we both look over at each other from across the room. We're both like, yeah. We put our drinks in the air, and we're just like, ah. Yeah. And yeah, after that, we became friends.
Oh, yeah. And then that led to, you actually told me, I'm not too sure if I can divulge this. It's nothing crazy, but I'm not sure where the relationship is yet, but he was married to. I'm not sure. Lisa Bonet.
Lisa Bonet.
Is it?
Yeah.
Bonet? Yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't know where that's at, but I can say that Lisa Bonet for me and my age group, that was she was a teen idol. I think back in those days.
I don't know too much about that though.
Yeah. So are you still in contact at all, or?
I haven't spoken to him in some years now, actually. But
oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you ran into him last time out here, you said?
Yes, that is correct. I ran into him out here at a fan expo a couple years back, and he just took me upstairs with him, and we hung out for a bit. It was nice to see him. A couple of my friends were like, you don't know who he is. And I was like, this woman, I was like, hey, Jason. And the security was like, stop there. And I was just like, I kind of walked right past them. And then all of a sudden he picked me up and gave me a big bear hug. And at the time I put on a couple pounds. So then when he picked me up, he's like he made a joke and he's like, oh, wow. He's like, well, like that, like making jokes that that I put on a couple pounds. And yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool, man. I know Jason Momoa, I've seen that he rides with a club that I've been seeing a lot online lately, Red Rum Group, and they're expanding out here. I know that they have a chapter starting in Nanaimo.
Okay.
I was offered to prospect or what have you, and I don't know. I'm just, I ride and stuff, but I'm not sure if that's something I'm interested in, but cool to see that he's doing these things. What is really cool for me, though, is, we had lunch yesterday. We had some Vietnamese pho. And I'm going to say faux just to irritate those people who like to say, fuck. It's fuck. How about you? Fuck off. Hey, fat boy, you better faux down. But, you know, it's crazy because I was reflecting on our conversation and we're just talking about, you were talking about people in the industry out loud, and I couldn't help but to think the people who were sitting within earshot, like, who are these guys? Because you were saying, like, yeah, I remember Kevin Costner was trying to get a hold of me, and we're, you know.
Well, it wasn't trying to get a hold of me personally. Let's get that. It was It was my agent and asking for me to audition for, I believe, Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And when I heard that, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I was flabbergasted. Like, that he'd even know or even think about me, or his people even thinking about me, or whatever the case was. And I was just kind of like, wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for us people that are fans of your work, these things just roll off of your tongue nonchalantly because you were part of that, and it's normal for you to see people that are stars on TV to the average person, right? And so I just thought it's interesting to hear you talk about famous people, like they're just another person. Is that?
Well, I mean, we're all just people at the end of the day, right?
Is that how it is really with them?
That's how it is. I believe so. I believe that is the case.
Yeah, they don't really have superpowers.
They don't know. But, I mean, some of them actually do have superpowers. There's a lot of human beings out there with real superpowers.
Right. They don't actually have stink pits. And what was that one from that one movie they said?
He does not have a bumhole.
Yeah, the Supreme Leader doesn't
The Supreme
poop.
Leader does not poop. I was actually just thinking that when you said that, but before that, I was like, well, yeah, they don't have bumholes. They don't pee. They don't poop.
They don't smell. Yeah, that's crazy. But, yeah, so aside from that, you're going to connect with your old agent and get some new gigs happening. In the meantime, what are you doing? Just getting back into shape, like hitting the gym, or?
Yeah, like hitting the gym, running. I'm doing a lot of running in the morning. I'm just getting good routines going. And I was reading this book called, I believe what was it? Atomic Habits. And I'm trying to remember the gentleman's name, but James Clear.
Yeah.
And I'm fine. I found it like such a fascinating book, and it talks a lot about marginal aggregation gains.
Okay.
And what that is I mean, we can't all be masters at everything we do, right?
Yeah.
But we can be 1% better out of all the things we do, and all those things add up.
Yeah.
And during that, we become so much better in our daily lives, and we level up essentially.
Yeah.
And so I'm finding myself reading more, doing a lot more writing, getting out there and hitting the gym, like you were saying, going for runs,
Yeah.
and just trying to expand the way I look at life, the way I think,
Yeah.
and just these small things, they all add up. So I mean, that's my journey right now, but
Yeah. Well, it sounds like reading books is helping you because it makes you smarter. And I didn't know what you were getting to at first there with marginal. I thought you were talking about farming. Marginal agriculture. I guess it's
irrigation.
Yeah, that's what I. That's
marginal,
what I heard. Marginal irrigation.
aggregation. New words.
Yeah. But I mean, it's all the same because you do have to cultivate new behaviors, and we're talking about actors and people we look up to having superpowers and just being human, which brings me to what I see as a lot of actors that have, for some reason, because they have a platform or have some sort of platform, are now professional politicians or an authority on topics. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of throws me for a curve. Like, to me, no disrespect to you or anything, but like, shut the fuck up, man. Like, who are you? Like, all of a sudden you're,
I mean,
it's influence.
I mean, to each their own. I guess that's exactly what it is, right? They have a platform, And I guess politicians are utilizing that platform. So, I mean, if I was in their shoes, it would make sense, right?
Yeah.
If they're able to influence people and you can get them under your thumb,
Yeah.
why not utilize that tool? I'm just thinking outside the box where they're coming from. Do I agree with it? Who knows? But
Well,
I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, like, because you're just a human as well, and the people out there might just see handsome Bronson, one of the wolf pack, and what have you, and they're not realize that you're still an Indigenous person affected by generational trauma and a history of Indigenous people, and have real person problems, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have real person problems. Not a lot of people know my upbringing. I mean, I grew up in foster care, group homes. I understand generational trauma very well because I lived it.
Yeah. Has your family been through residential school, like
Yes,
your
yes.
mom and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. And foster care is an extension of that as well.
Oh, yes, definitely.
I've definitely been through foster care system, through the system, juvenile detention, all that. And I survived and I made it through resiliency, and obviously you have too, right? And I think it's a good time to make that point to the young people going through those types of things, that you can still come through that and achieve great things in your life. And is that...
Yeah, 100%. I mean, one of my biggest fears personally is not living up to my fullest potential.
Yeah.
And everybody's worthy. Everybody has purpose.
Yeah.
You know, we're all loved in some form or another.
Yeah.
And if, that's what we want in life, right?
Is it okay to fall down again?
I mean, it's okay for anybody to fall down. It's how you get back up, right?
Yeah. What if you keep falling down?
Well, I mean, from my experience as a man that kept falling down, I kept getting back up, and here I am today as a living testament, right? So.
Yeah. Remember the new Rocky movie when he's talking to his son?
Yes.
Was that in your head too?
No, but I was listening to a podcast not too long ago, and they were actually speaking about that.
And when he was giving his son the message about it's about not how many times you get knocked down, it's about how many times you get back up.
Exactly.
Right? I've been knocked down the rung plenty of times, and not even just because of my own actions, but because people couldn't accept me, couldn't allow me to be as great as I wanted to be. They wanted to pigeonhole me as a certain person, you know, and would never let me move on from that. I was always going to be this bad kid from the east side of Vancouver that, hustled in the streets and rolled with bad people, right? And I could never... the first time I wanted to work with young people, my relatives... friend in the industry said they'll never give him a job. He can't work in this field. It's, he's got a record and stuff, right? So, but I ended up getting hired in that job and eventually became acting executive director of that place in no time, and
I remember
did some great things there, So, resiliency. So you've had to overcome some challenges, and how is that for you today? Like, are you feeling stronger, better? And
I'm definitely feeling a lot more aware.
yeah.
And being aware is part of the battle. I mean, growing up when I was younger, and I would look around at a lot of my family members and just other people, because I grew up in a lot of pretty dysfunctional surroundings and environments.
Yeah.
And I used to think, what are they complaining about? Like, why are they so, sad and drinking and this and that? And eventually, as an adult, a young adult, all of that trauma for me, the PTSD, the childhood trauma and abuse and whatnot, all bubbled up. And I wasn't aware that was going to happen, but when it did, I realized that I was getting caught up in alcoholism and addiction and this and that, and I thought that was the problem, but the real problem was what was within.
Yeah.
And navigating through all that trauma and figuring it out, and only in my I'm in my 30s, late 30s at this point. I'm only in the last five years I've been navigating through that, and it's been some tricky waters, but I've been actually confronting a lot of that and figuring it out, and it's still a journey. It's a perpetual journey. It's something that's going to be ongoing for the rest of my life, but having a better understanding of it now is is a powerful thing.
Well, from the outside looking in, it doesn't seem that there would be anything in place in Hollywood to support mental health and generational trauma and childhood trauma, stuff like that. It actually, from what the media portrays, there's more victimization of people in that industry, that the way it's being portrayed lately anyways, in terms of child trafficking and abuse and stuff like that. What did you find that there wasn't any area or supports in the industry in LA to support you?
I don't know about Los Angeles, but lately my union that I'm with right now in Canada, Union of British Columbia Performers, I'm getting all of these emails, and because I'm still in the union, of course, and they're actually touching base on a lot of those things.
Yeah.
And I'm blown away by it that they're even confronting all of these problems and issues that arise and that have been arising for a long, long time, and they're actually confronting them. And there's different classes and workshops that people can go to get the kind of help they need if that has happened to them, or teach them the tools so that doesn't happen to them. Yeah. And I found that, like, I was blown away.
Well, it sounds like it's getting a bit more progressive in that area because for me, I have young performers. My sons are young performers, and my oldest son, I'm thinking about supporting him and pursuing some acting. But in the back of mine, I'm scared of the victimization and the grooming of young people in that industry. And I worry about it. And sometimes I think, it's not worth, pursuing. It's almost like, I don't know, maybe it's this day and age of parenting, but like, I want him to be a football player, but he might get hurt,
And see, that's the thing. That's the thing, right? No matter where you go in life, I mean, there is going to be the negatives and the positives, no matter which career path you choose. There's always going to be a downfall in some sort. Nothing in this life has been perfected yet. So,
yeah. Well, I know we talked a bit about yesterday, and we talked about when you first did your first tour of duty in the industry and stuff like that. A big part of the gratification from it was filling voids from your childhood, like abandonment and to be wanted and stuff like that. Was that part of? Part of the payoff, I guess, or the gratification you got from it, or like the fame, or?
I mean, I can only imagine looking back while I was in the moment, I could have never thought or guessed that or have a reasoning. That's why I was doing it. But looking back as an adult and seeing why I was doing that and having a better understanding of who I am now.
Yeah.
I mean, 100%. Like, I just wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be loved, essentially.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of abandonment issues. So, it makes perfect sense looking back now.
Yeah.
But in the moment, I was clueless.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I think it's a real thing for a lot of Indigenous people, and I think a lot of us who've been in foster care, like my older brother wasn't in foster care. My sisters and I were. It kind of developed a thing inside of me of like, what was wrong with me? Like, why did I have to go and he didn't, And so it just, what I think a lot of people don't learn until later is that the way they carry themselves in the world and within relationships, interpersonal relationships, is really influenced by their childhood traumas and things that affected them. Their need to control relationships, be in control of their feelings, because if my girlfriend leaves and she doesn't come back, that hurt I'm feeling is actually not from her. It's from my mother leaving me.
Yeah.
So I got to control her so I don't feel that pain anymore, right? So it's not, lucky or hopefully for people, they learn these things earlier in their stage of life, but to finally understand, this is why I operate the way I operate. Right? Because I think it gives you an opportunity now. Is I'm no longer going to use that history for negative things, like to self-harm, whether it's drugs, alcohol, or behaviors, or whatever it may be. I'm going to use that same history as fuel to to live a better life. You know, it's the same log I'm putting in the fire, except it's going to burn to warm my house instead of burn down my house kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, no, that's just it. I mean, for a long time, I was using that as an excuse myself, right? And just on a path of destruction and just burning my life down to the ground. And now I'm realizing that I can use all of this information, not this information, my experiences, life experiences and whatnot, and possibly do something good with it.
Yeah.
And use it as fuel, like you said, to warm the house rather than burn it down.
Yeah, I mean, because now that there's the I don't know why the word Genesis comes to mind, but the new version of Bronson 2.0 coming back to reclaim his position out there, you're going to have new motivators of why you're doing it.
Yes, definitely. It's not. I'm like you were saying before. You know, I started it just to be wanted, and you know, I was caught up in the idea of fame and just money and this and that, like the nuances of just, you know, honestly, I'm gonna say baloney.
Yeah.
It was. I started for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, over the years, I did fall in love with the craft and just the whole industry. Like being in it, in the circus they call it, like being actually in it, it's so beautiful. I love the energy, and I miss that. And this time around, I'm starting for a different reason.
Yeah,
not for those reasons. I mean, take them or leave them. If they're there, they're there. But I want to do something different this time.
Yeah. Well, for the people out there that want to know. Did you actually make money?
I might have made a couple of shiny copper pennies.
You know, because at the end of the day, we got to eat, we got to pay bills, and we don't do this shit for free.
This is true.
Actually, I do, but we find payment in other forms. You know, my payment from this episode is going to be a young person who gets inspired by your words today, and it helps propel them through their life. And even if I don't know about it, I know that somebody's going to benefit from the story that you're sharing today. So that's how I reconcile my payment in karma, or I don't know, maybe
karmic energy, or
something like that. That's what we got to do.
Feeling fulfilled.
Why can't we just be rich?
Like Unk.
Yeah, but really rich.
But really rich.
Right. So, you know, let's get to it. It's been a while since you've been out in the limelight, pursuing careers and stuff, your career in that industry. There's a lot of new... let me rewind this. I had an entertainer I ran into on the street, and he was like, bro, you still making music? I was like, nah, I'm getting too old for this shit. And he's like, nah, man, you're just getting started. The time's now. And he's like, you know, it's just different for Indigenous people right now. It's popping, it's booming. You got to get out there. And then you start to see all these new movies, and like The Predator was awesome, right?
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was. Prey,
yeah.
Yes, beautifully done. I love
Reservation Dogs, Spawn, and I'm gonna say I called it.
Jamie Foxx.
No, oh man, Willie Jack's character. As soon as I seen that first episode, I was like, that girl's a star. She's hilarious. All right. But, you know, there's so much awesome
Blade,
stuff.
You were thinking of Blade. The new Blade?
No, I was thinking it was Prey.
Yes,
Prey,
right. She's going to be huge.
But Willie Jack, the character in Reservation Dogs, I was trying to remember her name. It's she's from Alexis First Nations. Shout out to Chief Tony Alexis. You know Tony Alexis?
From which was?
He's from Alexis First Nation.
Not
But
familiar.
anyway, for some reason I thought we knew him. Anyhow, but there's a lot of stuff happening now. And what do you think about these? Where it's moved to?
Now is the time.
Yeah.
Before, like, I remember back in the days, I would hear things from certain productions companies, not production companies, actually. What's after you produce a movie? There's distribution companies, and I filmed this one movie called Fishy Naked, and they were trying to sell it to them and to one of the big distributions. I'm not even going to say the name, but They said, this was back in 2017,
Yeah.
and they said natives cannot be leading roles. They said that to a white producer.
Wow.
And I remember, and he came to me and he told me this, and he was heartbroken, and obviously broke my heart too, just even hearing that.
And I wonder why that is.
And the times now, they are changing. I mean, like you said, prey,
What about
reservation
Lily,
dogs.
Is it Lily Gladstone? She just won a global or some kind of award for
Wes Studi won an Academy Award.
And Curtis Aheniku, who was just on the show or on Dope as Natives Live not too long ago, was talking about we haven't had that one yet. We've had Adam, who's played the second lead
With Wind Talkers and with
Right.
Nicolas Cage. Like, I was going to bring that up as well. Like, there hasn't been a lead role until now.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think we were going to see that in my lifetime, but now
Yeah.
it's actually happening, and it's a beautiful thing.
You know Adam Beach?
Yes, I do know Adam Beach.
Who else do you know native actors in Canada, British Columbia, or
Canada, British Columbia, off the top of the head.
Glenn Gould?
there's-
Gould?
Glenn Gould. Oh, a beautiful actor. He's one of the main reasons I started acting. He actually, him and Sam Bob,
Yeah.
Sam Bob, another amazing actor. Shout out to Sam Bob, got me into acting. Took me to my very first audition,
yeah,
which was for Art Zone, and who else? I know quite a bit of native actors in the industry, but nothing off the top of the head. But these two really resonate with me and like sit in my heart with because they took me to my very first audition. And I believe Glenn Gould is filming Tulsa King right now with Sylvester Stallone.
wow. I like sad stories. I got lots of sad stories in my life. I was gonna be an actor once. Long time ago, I was just a little kid. From what I remember, I walked all the way from Skeena Projects to the CBC studios just down here. And when there used to be CBC studios downtown here, just up the road. And my aunt got me an audition, and I was supposed to be this little kid standing in the background of these people playing cards, these old guys, and I had to wear like these old 50s kind of
Paperboy hat?
paperboy hat, and
Yeah.
a little suit. And I remember them fitting me in this, what they had on the rack, and it was all way too big, right? And they're like, but using pins and stuff,
Yeah.
pinning it up, and
Yeah.
and I went there, and they just. I don't know what it's called. They just fitted me or something and said, "Okay,
Wardrobe,
that's
it's
wardrobe.
fitting?
Yeah, we're gonna put you in that." And I just remember being literally hungry, like so hungry, being there, like dizzy, kind of hungry, and not having any food to eat. And I didn't come back because of that, because I didn't have the money or the support or the food. So
They should have fed you.
It's a sad story, but I could have been that guy.
You very well could have
Could have
been.
had what is it? Grammys, Emmys, not Grammys, but
Emmys. Emmys.
yeah,
Junos. No, wait, that's Canadian. We have Geminis in Canada.
Geminis, yeah.
The Geminis.
But there's it's a sad story. But here I am, Rich Hunk, in my own show, producing my own show, and Glenn Gould and all these guys. Can you look at the camera and invite them to Dopest Natives Alive?
Sam Bob, Glenn Gould, you guys should come to Dopest Natives Alive.
Because he did. So did Curtis. And Adam's supposed to possibly come this month sometime. Hopefully. It'd be dope because the reality is we want to shine the light on you, literally. But, because people need to... do you think you still got fans?
Honestly, at this point, I don't know. I don't know.
I get the sense you don't understand that people still love you and they still know who you are, right? And that's what Dopest Natives Live wants to remind you. And we talked about it, Curtis and I, about reminding you of that you've already made it. You've already hit the stratosphere for a young Indigenous person from where you came from to aligning and walking with the stars, right? And you can get back there. I get the sense there's a bit of, rightfully so, a bit of self-doubt and kind of building up that confidence again to go back and take it.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's why I've been taking the time to work on me to get that confidence back, and not become who I used to be because I don't ever want to be who I used to be. I want to be the new me.
Yeah.
And I'm currently working on that.
Yeah. A newer, stronger version, which is just natural, right? It's like, you know, the skin gets tougher the more it builds up layers of scar tissue. But we don't like scar tissue in this show. We like to
Calluses, the resilience.
Yeah, you know, because we want to deal with what's underneath the root of all those feelings of self-doubt and self-deprecation and stuff, and really just fill our void with love, self-love, so we can propel ourselves and know that you belong there, and we as Indigenous people belong there in those circles, and go back and claim their spot, because I think the Pharaoh Wunutai is trying to take your place. Just joking. Every time I see him as a lead, I think, man, that could have been Bronson. He kind of reminds me of Bronson, the way Bronson looks. But these young bucks are coming to get your spot, so you better get out there. And I
think I got a little bit of gray hair now, so I think that might help me to a little. I don't know.
Right.
Get those older roles possibly, but I still got this baby face. But I'm hoping that the gray hairs help.
Do you feel like you're pigeonholed to just do Indigenous roles?
I don't think I ever was, but I believe I don't know if we still call it leathers and feathers, but
Leathers and
feathers and leather. But I believe that I can expand rather than just being, like you said, pigeon-toed to doing native roles.
Yeah.
I think there's possibilities out there for me to do other things.
Yeah. Pass for a white guy, a lead role.
Yeah. Hey, you know, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, with all things, you know, I feel like, you know, we had some good conversation behind the scenes before we turned on the camera, and I'd like to revisit, you know, back in time. You know, kind of like address the elephant in the room so we can move forward, because we want to see you move forward, right? And once upon a time, they had a video of you taking a leak, no privacy, just trying to do your business. And I remember I got a sense you had a lot of shame about it, and you had a hard time reconciling and getting out from underneath that. And it took till this day, not today, but within this recent time, to start realizing, like, you know, fuck that. I'm going to go back and get my shit. Right?
Yeah, no, it's definitely when that incident happened, when it occurred, I was filled with shame.
Yeah.
Lots of guilt. But at the same time, in the same token, which a lot of people don't realize, is I was hurting.
Yeah.
I was in a lot of pain. Yeah. And the only way I knew how at that time, the only tools that I had was, you know,
the old bottle.
The old bottle.
Yeah.
It took its toll, and boy, did it ever take its toll. And, you know, only in this past few years I've been able to reconcile that and figure out what brought me there.
Yeah.
And I realized that it was a lot of childhood traumas and a lot of things that I had to deal with.
Well, you know, because I did get a sense, a lot of sadness around it, and then it was sad for me to watch, because for a period of time, for a long period of time, it felt like you had a lot of guilt around it. Like you felt, I don't know who you felt like you let down, but it seemed like you felt like you let down the world.
I felt like I let down my fans, myself, my wife at the time, my family, my friends.
Yeah.
I just isolated after that completely for years, and then just kept on going. I felt so much shame and guilt. It was I felt like it was impossible to get out of that hole, but eventually I climbed out of it, and you know, had to deal with the problems in front of me, look inwards rather than constantly.
Yeah. And so the people who were around you those days, or that time in that era, did they just walk away from you?
Oh yeah, no, everybody walked away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And does that...
Not you. You didn't walk away from me, though. Just a lot of my so-called friends from Hollywood all turned their backs and walked away from me. I mean, as they should, to protect their own careers. I understand that to some degree, in some level. But there was a couple people that really stood by me. Shout out to Ben Bricado. You're the man. Love you, bro. And always checked up on me and was seeing where I was and how I was doing. And I really appreciate people like that stuck by me and had, hope for me. And they seen the potential that I still had.
Yeah.
And have.
Yeah. Do you think people deserve a second chance?
I believe everybody deserves a first, second, third, fourth, and so on and so forth chance in life. Maybe not in certain, if you're going to keep constantly screwing over people, business-wise, then maybe not so much. But in life, absolutely.
Do you feel you deserve it?
That's a tough question. I mean, I'm my worst critic, but yes, I truly believe that I do.
Yeah.
I do.
And I think that's everybody deserves a second chance. And there's a TikTok person out there that I follow that I just stopped unfollowing because they as Indigenous people, we put each other at such high expectations, unrealistic expectations as humans, who've come through tragedy. Like, it's well known, we've suffered generational traumas, and our behaviors aren't always conducive or in line with what is appropriate, and people make mistakes. And then they heal and they learn from them, hopefully before they kill themselves or somebody else. And they become potentially teachers and elders and leaders. Most of our elders have suffered so much, and that's where they gain wisdom. You gain wisdom from doing dumb shit, right? And to have an expectation that somebody like Bronson could never be forgiven for making mistakes is a hard thing. It's an expectation that is unrealistic in our community. Forgiveness of self and forgiveness for each other is key for us as a community of Indigenous people to be strong, united, and move forward and up the ladder, the social ladder in the communities.
Yeah, we have to work together. That's very important. It takes a village, right?
Yeah, definitely. And it takes a lot of self-reflection, insightfulness, and a lot of hard work, right?
Yeah, don't forget hard work. Hard work is very important. We can't just expect all of these gifts by not putting in the hard work and learning and trials and tribulations. So that's extremely important and crucial.
Yeah. Well, it is true because, I've been taking these vitamin supplements that promised me muscles, and it's not working.
I since the last time I seen you, I can visually see with my eyes there is improvement.
They say the camera adds 10 pounds, and every time I watch these interviews, I'm just like, God damn, I got to sit different. I got a pillow here so my belly doesn't protrude. But I know that I'm not going to get to where I'm at without putting in the hard work. Mm-hmm. And I tell my sons all the time, there's no easy way about it. You have to work. He used to get so mad skateboarding because he couldn't land a kickflip. And I was telling him, you have to pay the concrete literally in blood.
Literally.
Before you can get that kickflip. Mm-hmm. And he'd come in, throw his board crying. But now he kickflips with ease, right?
Yep.
And as long as you stay consistent and work hard, you're going to get there.
Yeah, absolutely. One simple word, 3 syllables, discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline. Most important thing you can do. Nothing comes overnight. Discipline.
Yeah, discipline. Syllables. We're going back to school. We're taking you back to school here on Dopest Natives Alive with our brother Bronson. Man, we're so happy to have you here. And, I got so much excitement to be able to go like this again. I know that guy, man. That's my bro, because I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen again. Not sure when, but, I know you're going to put in the work to get to where you're going. And one thing I can say is you got to have a plan. Like, you got to have it. Because, if you just wing things and you just, like, off the top of my head, I'm going to do this, you forget in the time when you're excited and you forget what the whole freaking plan was. But if you have it written down, you can always pull it out.
I was just gonna say,
Right.
write down your goals. If you, even if they're small goals, you know, you're gonna lose this many pounds by the end of the week. You're gonna eat better. You're gonna read a couple of pages from a book. No matter how big or small your goals are, just write them down. Check them off.
Well, you were saying yesterday that the new version of Bronson is going to be about inspiring the young people.
That's definitely an avenue I would like to go down and share my story with them and tell them that anything is possible, because in life, anything is possible. Just got to put in the hard work and, like I said before, discipline.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes, because heck, I've made a lot of them.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
But don't make the same mistakes as me.
yeah. So how's the? I don't know if you want to share. Well, we won't share the. We don't want to break any hearts out there, unless you'd like to share.
I'm okay right now on that,
You're
but I
good?
am currently seeing somebody. Yes, I have a fiance.
That's good. You know, it's always good to have you know, the support of somebody that's always there to ride or die.
Yeah, she's a beautiful woman,
Yeah, that's good.
inside and out.
Yeah.
Far more intelligent than I am.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes we need that. Right? Yeah. Well, anyways, so, what's the next thing coming up for Bronson then?
Right now, I'm just going to keep working on myself
Yeah.
and start auditioning.
Yeah.
Start building those relationships again. Start building that trust, and that I can be reliable.
Yeah.
And somebody that people can essentially rely on.
And you took the first steps, so you've reconnected with your
Mm-hmm.
former agent. Is this the same agent that used to help you back in the day?
Yes and no.
No. I mean, it's not like we can just go on Craigslist and look for a job. Like, so this is something.
Yes and no. Yes, you can, but no, you shouldn't.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it might be on some casting couch somewhere. Just, yeah, your new show is called
Unfortunately.
OnlyFans,
Yeah, pretty much. That's where Craigslist will take you,
right?
unfortunately.
Right.
The do's and don'ts. That's a don't.
Yeah, yeah. Is there any? What was your favorite character? I know that for those that don't know or want to check it out, you played. I forget the character's name, but you were in New Moon and you played one of the. Was it
Jared.
called?
Jared.
Yeah, that's it. Jared. I don't know why
Yeah.
I mixed up with the Sinclair character, but you played Jared. How was that experience?
I was a very. It was a very good experience. I got to. The best thing I remember about filming the Twilight series was traveling the world.
Yeah.
That was probably the best experience.
Where did you go?
I can't even think of all the places that I've been off the top of my head. I've been in a lot of different places. Middle East,
Yeah.
South America. I've been all through Europe.
Is it glamorous acting?
It has its moments. I mean, sometimes yes, and then other times not so much. I mean, it's
Did you ever
Gotta-
feel like I'm fucking Bronson Pelletier, man? I'm an actor, and this is like I'm literally sitting here with no money in my pocket, fucking hungry, and I got to get over there, and I don't got cab fare, and this is at the peak of everything.
no, I don't think I can't say that that's happened, but I mean, in this current moment, I can say that that's definitely something I'm living.
Yeah.
But no, I'm okay. But it's, you know,
But it's
ups
so-
and downs. I'm literally reflect back on one thing that last time I seen Jason Momoa, he said to me, and it really stuck with me, because he knew that pardon my language, but he knew that I fucked up.
Yeah.
And when he gave me the hug, and the first thing he says to me, he's like, "Man, you know what?" He's like, "This industry is like a roller coaster."
Yeah.
He's like, "There's its highs and then there's its lows."
Yeah.
And then he gave me that face again, calling me fat again.
Yeah. Fat shaming you, body shaming you.
Body shame. Oh,
Yeah.
body shaming me again. I mean, it was a good. It's a strong lesson to know in this industry. I mean, not everything is going to be. It's not all glamorous.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be its ups and there's going to be its downs.
Yeah.
I mean, if you oversaturate, then there's going to be the,
Yeah.
sometimes you have to take a step back, and
Well, it sounds
life is lifey.
yeah, it sounds like Jason Momoa is actually a really good person with a big heart. Sounds like.
He's got a huge heart, that guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You ever sleep on his couch?
No.
No. Not that big of a heart then.
Not that big of a heart. No, he does.
Jason Momoa, if you're watching this, 2 things. Get your ass on Dopest Natives Alive. Because we're doing it big. We got a budget here. We'll buy some, like a charcuterie board or whatever you call. We got some pops in the fridge. But, and second of all, Bronson's coming back. So next time you got a big feature coming up, look the brother up, man. Let's help each other out, That's how I feel about it. I know you're not looking for anybody to give you a handout or whatever. You want to get back out and earn it.
I got to earn it.
Yeah,
That's the plan.
that's
The only way to feel fulfilled is, a dinner earned.
Is it rooted in the inability to ask for help or accept help?
That's actually been something I definitely struggled with for a very long time, and it really depends what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, asking for, a handout for, something you didn't necessarily earn is different than asking for help. Asking for help on an emotional level
Yeah.
I find it very different than asking for a handout on something like materialistic. But if you're, genuinely in a spot in your life where you need help because you're feeling in your lowest of lows, I found that reaching out can be very, very powerful tool and in its unique way to just help you.
Yeah.
And not even unique, it just on so many different levels, it will help you to reach out. Knowing that someone is actually there or even wants to help you I found it very useful in life and very powerful that someone can help, that someone wants to even help you actually.
Yeah. And so, another key, we'll let the people know, the young people that are watching, that it's okay to ask for help.
Yes, it is.
Especially you tough guys out there that are struggling, you fathers that are struggling out there to uphold your responsibilities as a father and as a man. You can do it. And it's okay to ask for help. Ask your brothers, ask for help. It'll probably be the best thing you've done in your life.
This is true.
This is true.
Good words of wisdom.
Any final thoughts for the people?
I don't know. I think I'm pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Discipline.
Discipline is it. So, hey, man, we want to thank you for coming out again and appreciate your friendship. And we're really rooting for you and looking forward to seeing what happens in the new year. No rush, but sooner than later, hit the big screens. And when you get there, pitch Dopest Natives Alive is the next biggest thing.
You got it.
No, it's a shameless plug, but yeah, we're really rooting for you, and we're happy to have you here, and all the blessings and much respect, and we talked about it. I just want to tell you I love you, bro.
Love you too, bro.
And wishing and praying for the best future and the pathways to open up for you. And anybody holding my man down, get your shit together. Down with the team. Yeah.
Yeah. That was awesome.
We're going to go out now with a little bit of Rich Chunk. You can stay tuned if you like.
I'm grateful.
This song's called I'm Grateful. Today we're grateful. I'm going to not look at the camera because this microphone's in the way. But we're grateful for Bronson Pelletier. Young Bronson, not in his 40s yet. Still good. Got lots of miles, lots of kilometers left on him. So check him out. Find him on all his social medias. Bronson Pelletier. Dopest Natives Alive. Rich Young. Booyah. Yeah.
Nice. That was awesome.